Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of a new podcast series that we'll be releasing every week. We're the members of Reset Gaming, and you are listening to The Reset. My name is Josh, also known as Vex. We have Seth, also known as TubinMonkey.
Hello.
We have John, also known as Apollo.
Also known as Dick Bud.
And we have a very special guest with us for our very first episode. It's John's wife, Ashley, also known as Gutter
Fizz.
Sluts Not.
Or Fizz. I prefer that. Hi.
Well, hey, glad that you guys could all make it. All right, we'll just jump right into it. The first couple of things that I wanted to talk about is a couple viral videos that have been making a buzz in the gaming community today. The real-life GTA vid that was put out by Corridor Digital. It's definitely one of the best GTA-related videos that I've ever seen personally. Everything from character movement style and whatnot, the gunfights, everything is completely fake, but it flows so well. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
He didn't pick up the money. It's not real.
He didn't pick up the money.
He did pick up the money
No, not
at
the
one
He
beginning.
picked up
point.
some of the money.
No, he didn't pick up the money.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. I didn't see him pick up a hooker either, so it's not
He
real.
didn't kill any hookers. It was not
Yeah,
real.
it wasn't real.
This is very true. Well, okay, we'll check that Corridor Digital for some reason if you watch this horrible monstrosity of a podcast.
Yeah.
Next time, kill hookers, hide in a trash can.
Yeah. Other than that, it looked beautiful. It looked real.
The
I
next
wish
yeah.
it was real, but
Well, of course it was real, but
Corridor Digital, they always impress.
they do. They put out high quality entertainment. If you guys haven't checked them out, definitely give them a check out. The next thing that has been making a little bit of a buzz is someone actually rendered Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which came out in 2002. They rendered it using the GTA 5 engine, and you guys watched the video before we started this, and it looks amazing.
sure did.
Oh, the modding community is going absolutely apeshit with the GTA 5 engine, and I'm excited to see where it goes from there. Because if you look at GTA 4 and the ultra packs that they had come out for that, it looks like next gen.
It really does.
What the hell are they gonna do with this? I'm waiting for a Vice City. That would be awesome.
Well, what makes me think about stuff like this is what do you guys think Rockstar Sean Connery? What do you guys think Rockstar should do? Do you think they should take this in stride and say maybe we should give the people updated versions of maybe San Andreas, maybe Vice City?
I think they
Talk at
should.
once. Everybody don't talk at once.
I think they should, because if they really look at the modding community on PC and what they've been doing with it lately since the release of GTA 5, they would be stupid not to support it. I mean, they really need to, especially with all the fan service that people have been doing with previous titles, and going forward, they should definitely consider doing something like that. And then even going into the way mods have even been moving into the console and moving away from PC stuff. I mean, not moving away, but moving into the PC world and console. It's getting kind of out of control a little bit on console. So they need to support it, and they need to push, and they need to take the fans' opinions and the things that they created in stride. Maybe I'm hoping for either a HD or a remake, or maybe just go back and kind of do. Look what they did with the newest GTA. It's basically another San Andreas.
Yeah.
In a
Except
sense.
you get to play as a crazy white guy, a sneaky white guy, and then you get to bring back, playing as the classic black guy from the hood.
Good old Trevor and Franklin.
I gotta
That's
say
gonna
though, I much rather CJ than I did Franklin. I like to see San Andreas a lot more relatable.
He had way more personality. I think that the characters around Franklin are a little bit more vibrant than himself.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, so moving on, I'm sure that as football fans, myself, John, and Seth, actually, here and there, um, I think we can all take, I guess, some sort of breath in saying that another one of our biggest hobby, all three of us definitely would have to be video games. It's actually being implemented a lot more in sports, which the Dallas Cowboys are actually starting to train their quarterbacks using virtual reality. Now, as a diehard New Orleans Saints fan and Denver Broncos fan, let me just be the first one to say before the rest of you clowns jump in on this like wolves to the flock. It doesn't matter if Tony Romo has an imaginary ball or a real ball. It will still get intercepted 99% of the time.
True facts.
There's nothing that can help him.
Well, I think it's a smart move actually. Like just the concept of VR. Because imagine people coming at you thinking from a first person perspective what's going to happen, the decisions you have to make in a herb quick situation, and being able to go back and see it again in that same perspective to see what you could have done different. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I'll completely agree with you. I mean,
It's
after honing my skills in video games for the
Yeah.
better part of a decade and some, I'll tell you right now, if I feel the slightest bit of like a bug or something crawling on me, I'll start Dark Souls rolling in
Yeah.
less than a second. So I could see how I think it could help, seeing as how the Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since 1996. Granted, we won our first one a couple years ago, but they always fall short in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it just seems like maybe this will give them, a little bit of extra edge they need. Seth, what do you think?
I mean, the VR thing, VR is going to be pushed into multiple areas in the. It's happening right now. So getting to see it go into the NFL like that's another great training tool. And like John was saying, you got a quarterback, okay, if he's using this VR thing, or even any player, a receiver, something like that, you're going to be able to train more with more scenarios in a shorter amount of time than you would doing real practice. I mean, you could sit there, be on the field, do your drills, do everything you need to do. Off the field, you can still practice,
Right.
And still get the experience and the immersion. It's all about immersion,
Now, my question to you guys, I'm going to put a pin in yours. Well, I just want to kind of segue into this. You're saying that, VR will be able to help them. They'll be able to get that experience before, going onto the field. Some kind of, I guess, sort of like a system shock, giving them, everything that they could possibly have to imagine, any worst case scenario on the field. Now, my question to you is, do you think their program will be better than Metal Gear virtual training missions?
No. Because you can't choke someone out
This is true.
and hide the body.
And what do you think Tony Romo is going to do when he realizes that he can't beat Psycho Manus because there's no Player 2 port? The next thing we're going to talk about is Marshawn Lynch, which running back Seattle Seahawks, or did he get traded?
No, I think he's still there.
Okay, well,
I think so too.
as you all know, Marshawn Lynch is a well-hated person in the city of New Orleans. We are still
That's
recovering.
stiff arm.
We are recovering more from that stiff arm than we are Hurricane Katrina. Let's just go ahead and talk about that. He is being mapped out for a video game, and surprisingly, it's not Madden. I know you guys saw this earlier, but Marshawn Lynch is actually going to be featured in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. First, I know Seth has very strong opinions on this, so we'll save him. John, what do you think about maybe sports players being brought into the video game industry? Because after about maybe a couple years ago, we've seen a lot more.
I mean,
Adding of
people,
shit. What's the word?
Celebrities?
Celebrities,
Yeah.
actors, etc.
especially in the Call of Duty franchise, they've been doing that.
Yeah, but now you see, before I get your quick reaction, I guess we'll get a quick joke in here. Do you think you will hear, like, let's take out that AC 130 with your combat football?
Maybe. I can see him saying, "I'm just here because I'm getting paid to be here."
If he even says anything at
If
all.
he says anything at all. Apparently, he's going to play a villain too.
A
It's going to be
villain?
interesting. Yes. He's gonna play a
Is his
villain.
primary move going to be stiff arms?
Yes.
He just stiff arms everybody.
Well,
gonna
they
be
might
his
as well
final
count that
form.
level as, yeah, that'll be his final form. Just count that entire level as unbeatable the second that he comes in and starts doing the stiff arm. So, John, what do you think about having people, I guess, sports stars being brought into video games?
I mean, I think it's alright. I mean, he has the physique to do all the stuff that they do with the motion capture, because that's what he's actually being brought in for, is the motion capture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gonna have any speaking parts, which he probably won't. But I mean, I think it's fine. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see why they're making a big deal out of it. It's just another person.
Well, given what they're saying that they want to try to accomplish with this, right, is they're trying to, Call of Duty Black Ops is going to focus a lot and try and pull them back into the MLG aspect, pull them more into the esports community, which, I mean, this is a rant podcast, so our opinions are obviously what people are going to hear, and they're going to get angry on their keyboards, but I don't see Call of Duty, Halo, anything like that ever being considered real esports.
Mm-mm.
No.
Shouldn't.
So, I mean, I can see the bridge between them wanting to turn that into esports and then bring in other sports, like other physical sports players into the actual esports scene, which I think ESPN just sees esports as a cash cow anyway.
Yeah,
I really don't think they give a shit.
No.
So,
I mean, speaking of esports, you talk about how it blew up though over the past year,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think they are trying to just cash in on it right now.
Well, yeah, look at all the big tournaments that have been popping up and how much money is being associated with it. Why not bring in someone like this to kind of open that window for more people to be like, hey, this person's associated with it, so maybe I should take a look at it. Especially with Call of Duty. We already know it sells millions of copies. Just because something sells millions of copies doesn't mean it's worth a shit, but that's just my opinion. I could care less if he's associated with the next Call of Duty game. All they want to do is bring as much attention to their franchise that they shit out every single year, constantly, and every person that's associated with the game is almost in the same thing with football. It is a blown-up halftime show with all the pizzazz and all these half-assed celebrities just to put on a shitty, forgettable show that no one's going to care about until next year.
Yes.
Exactly like a halftime show. Who's going to play in the next halftime show? Who's going to be in the next Call of Duty?
Who's going to show their
fucking-
kitty on the next Call of Duty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which mishap is going to happen? It's going to sell $1 million and people are going to forget about it the next day. Basically.
Well, except
Call
for
of
the
Duty-
13-year-olds telling us to suck their dicks.
Yeah,
Well, not
I
telling
mean,
me. I'm not going to waste my money.
I will say this, in lieu of the negativity towards Call of Duty, I mean, I don't prefer it. I prefer Battlefield because it's a much more rich experience. Call of Duty is a pick-up-and-play game. It's an easy pick-up-and-play game, so therefore it does have a wider appeal. And they're trying to broaden that spectrum. And then like John said with esports stuff, I don't think Call of Duty and I don't think the new Halo are going to really be that game that's going to be new into the esports scene. They're pushing for it, but I don't see why. Because it's just not, it doesn't have a lasting factor. It doesn't. And the way that they're marketing it is they make as much money as possible, as quick as possible, and then they pop out the next game as soon as they can. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Halo, because I am more of a fan of Halo than Call of Duty. but I don't like the direction in which it's going.
Yeah.
The established games in the esports scene have been around for a while, and they're going to continue to be there because they have that lifetime about them.
Yeah. Like Counter-Strike and
The Counter-Strike, you got League, you know,
Dota.
Dota.
StarCraft.
Yeah, these games have been around.
If you say StarCraft in any of the Eastern countries, like you talk about Asia, Korea, Asia, the greater part of Asia, Korea, Japan, whatever, you bring up StarCraft and those people are like gods to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their football to us, basically. Like that, going into the whole football thing. The sport's huge over there, and I think the West is starting to take notice of that, especially with games like League of Legends or Dota that are bringing a lot of attention. And then like the ESPN thing, I mean, what was it, just a month ago or 2 months ago, where they broadcasted on ESPN, they showed a live tournament, and that kind of opened up the eyes to a couple of people. Yeah, ESPN is going to see that. They used that as a test. It wasn't by accident. It wasn't, it was a test. That's exactly what it was.
See what kind of revenue they could bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and the reaction. There was negative, but there was also positive.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
before we move on to our last segment, which is the showcase segment of this podcast this week, I just wanted to go over the ESPN Mag cover with you guys. This is their esports issue. That's how they announced, Marshawn Lynch bringing the beast mode to Call of Duty. You scroll a little bit further down, which the second title I guess the second bullet point on the cover just really makes my heart smile. The first one says millions of people revere gaming phenom PewDiePie. No comment.
no comment.
I'm not gonna try and piss anybody off. No,
We're not even going to go into that territory.
That'll be another podcast. The second one just makes me absolutely happy to see such a big name in the League of Legends professional scene getting credit and recognized on a national magazine that on a country he's not even from. And that's Millions Watch Faker rule League of Legends.
Yep.
Faker is one of my favorite players. Me and John play League more than Seth does. And we can both, say that Faker is the god.
Yeah.
Faker is the god, and it's really awesome that they've been giving people work visas for esports. Faker now resides in the United States, and it's just awesome that I guess the government is kind of sort of getting involved with the whole esports scene and allowing visas and work visas for people like Faker and a couple of other Korean players, Lust Boy, etc., to come over and actually play, in America. Now, our final topic, which I'm sure everyone is hyped about, and that is
hype.
E3.
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 Now, the first thing we're going to talk about really quick, we're going to touch base on, then we're going to go into a long list of confirmed games. And then we're going to talk about some of the most hyped games, and then we'll get everyone's opinion on how Whatnot's going. The first thing we're going to talk about is the official E3 schedule. Guys, get your shit ready. Get ready for the live streams. There's going to be a lot of good shit this E3. I haven't been excited for an E3 since probably Halo 3 came out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the best one in a long time.
After 30 minutes of pre-shows, each press conference is going to kick off as follows. Bethesda is going to be on at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time, June 14th. And then June 15th at 3 a.m. at the crazy people times of not America. America. We won't get into those times because...
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea what BST is. Any of you?
Nope.
I was going to say Boston Satellite Time, so I don't think it's Boston Satellite.
Boston.
Boston.
British... Oh, No.
British
that's not
Standard
it.
Time, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bitch standard. time, that's what it
Microsoft
is.
is going to be on June 15th at 9:30 Pacific Time, 12:30 Eastern. EA, Jesus, shouldn't have showed up. June 15th at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Who's ready for 2 hours
Ubisoft
of
to
Call of
follow.
Duty?
What's that?
I said, who's ready for 2 hours of Call of Duty?
Seriously. Ubisoft comes on June 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sony, what? June 15th, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Nintendo will be on June 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, of course, there's going to be other companies and other little things here and there popping up, but these are just the main things that the schedule wanted to stress. How do you guys feel about the big companies that they have listed that are showing up?
I'm excited for Bethesda for sure because
Me
they
too.
always come out with good games.
I think everyone's excited for that.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited for Bethesda for another reason, and we're going to get into it a little bit later.
And then
All the
I'm-
companies showing up
Yeah.
is definitely a plus.
Yes.
for
This is a
Nintendo
plus.
too.
Yeah, Nintendo. I'm glad, everybody down at Nintendo decided to get their shit together. I'm excited personally for Sony. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I own a PS4. John and Seth both own Xbox Ones, so I'm sure they're excited to see what NSA changes that they're going to be making to probably reading their dick print just to load up Xbox One. Next thing
I
we're
do
gonna-
have I do have some news on that on Microsoft's thing.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Okay. Well, I guess first thing, let's start off with a list of confirmed games. We all have our list in front of us. We'll go down the line, make a couple comments, and we'll get genuine reactions. First off, from Ubisoft is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's going to be dropping for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I was a fan of the early Assassin's Creed titles, and
shit.
once they got rid of Connor, which was the Native American, shout out, all of you guys are illegal.
Damn it.
It just
I can't hear you over the smoke screen, bro.
That's fucked up.
Oh, eat my dick. After that one, they just completely lost me. Seth, what do you think about the Assassin's Creed series and the game coming out?
I'm not really a fan of the series. I mean,
Yeah.
I just haven't really played it, and all I've seen from it is the bad from the games that they've been releasing, and they've been coming out with a lot of them.
Mhm.
You know, and it's kind of hard to keep up with it, and let alone not really that enticing because of all the broken, unfinished products they've been putting out.
Very valid point. John?
Whenever I played Assassin's Creed, I played it up until I think 3. Was it 3? I don't know. The same one with Connor.
Mhm.
And then I saw Unity come out. And I was like, it looks pretty good. And then they're becoming like Call of Duty now. They're just putting it year after year after year.
Yeah.
They're not taking their time like they did on the first, second, maybe the third one. And it's going to shit. So I'm not really excited for Syndicate. It's probably gonna be just like Unity, all buggy as fuck.
Yeah. Ash, I don't think you've played any of the Assassin's Creed titles.
I haven't.
Okay.
The lore was great in the first 2 games for sure.
The story is always one of the best parts of those games, but it's like you're right in what you said. Ubisoft seems like they are just like getting constant memos from fucking Treyarch and Activision, and they're just like, "Hey guys, why don't you just put out something new?"
Yeah.
But it's just we haven't been working on nothing new. We've been working on the exact same game for the past fucking 10 years. Oh, slap a new name on it.
Pretty much.
Change the main character. There you
Yeah.
go.
The next title on this list is Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that comes out in
Um,
like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it actually comes out, I think, the 23rd.
Yeah.
That is from Rocksteady and Warner Brothers Interactive, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, which Warner Brothers Interactive has done an amazing fucking job with this entire series since the first one with it was Arkham Asylum, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then was Arkham City, and then now there's Arkham Knight. I played the first one. I played the second one. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be one that I'm definitely going to be purchasing for the PlayStation. John, I think you were actually the first person to show me Arkham Asylum.
I believe so. Great game.
Very, very good game. Seth, have you played any of the
I watched
Arkham
you
titles?
play Asylum, but
That's
I didn't.
true. You watch 100% Asylum at your house.
Yeah, and then that's the reason I didn't play it.
True.
I'm a weird creature when it comes to video games. If someone plays it and I watch them, then I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah.
It looks great. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of stuff on it. It looks amazing. It looks like they really put a lot of work into it, and that just goes to show you take your time, put out a good product, and people sing its praises.
You're getting a little robot-y, by the way, Seth.
Oh.
There we go. The next couple titles on this list we're gonna skip over because honestly, don't know what they are.
You're not excited for
about them.
Battleborn?
Well, inform me of what Battleborn is. I've heard nothing of it.
Battleborn, I think, was shit. No, it's
He don't even know.
yes.
It was shit.
I know
Battleborn is a
it's on the
first-person
same.
battle arena game from Borderlands developer Gearbox Software. So it's also being released by 2K Games.
We just need another Bioshock.
Like I
It's
know
pretty
a bunch
much-
of people are
it-
actually excited for this game. And
It looks like Overwatch. I just
It is-
looked at
yeah,
it's essentially Overwatch.
Overwatch is just.
I think
made by
that's why it sounds familiar.
just made by a different company, because Overwatch is made by Blizzard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is gonna be an awesome game too, which I can't wait.
I think Overwatch is actually going to be pretty good. I'm actually looking forward to Overwatch.
Yeah, and which
I'm
that's
actually
not.
going to play Overwatch.
That might be like a surprise thing at E3. They might show more about Overwatch because it's not on the list of games.
If they don't just save it for BlizzCon.
Or they might save for BlizzCon.
They
True.
might end up
Yeah.
saving it for BlizzCon.
Maybe just a hint.
The next thing that's on this list, obviously we hinted on it earlier. None of us are excited for it. None of us are going to buy it. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 from Treyarch Activision. Coming out on not my console because we're not supporting that. Not Xbox One because they're not supporting that. Thank God. I wish they weren't. I wish it was true.
Just be.
It'll be out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We're just going to completely skip over it.
Thank you.
We talked about it enough. Deus Ex Mankind Divided from Eidos Montreal, Square Enix, PS4, Xbox One, PC. I played Human Revolution, and I played a couple of the earlier Deus Ex games. DX, suck it! Deus Ex games, and I'm excited about it. I don't have much to say about it because this is the first time that I see and know that a new Deus Ex game is coming out. You guys got anything to add about the whole Deus Ex thing?
I really.
Have you guys played
I
Deus
didn't even know
Ex?
that game. No.
I never played it. I've never played the other ones. They looked really good, and I've seen a lot of videos on them. I wanted to try it, but I never got a chance to.
The next thing on the list is Destiny, which I'm assuming they're going to announce another
DLC.
expansion.
Yeah, it's just DLC.
That's on the disc.
Yeah, it's on.
It's going to another $40 of dog. Definitely a game
Damn you,
that was
Activision.
completely overhyped. I got it for free with my PlayStation 4. I traded it in for $20.
Good move. Very good move.
This next one we're actually going to end up spending. I'm going to guess the better part of about 5 to 10 minutes talking about because Seth is super excited about this game, The Division, from Massive and Ubisoft. New Tom Clancy title. I just recently watched the opening trailer for it and the couple 15 minutes of first gameplay footage. And I have to say, I was captivated from the trailer. My fiance was watching it, guys, and Allie honestly thought it was a movie. She was like, "When are we going to see it?"
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
looks
"It's a
pretty
video." So Seth, why don't you go ahead and take the floor? Tell us what you're excited about for Division. Keep in mind,
Well,
we're on a time frame.
Yes, I'll keep it short and simple. The game did get delayed till next year, which that's okay by me. I mean, the game's been in the works for a couple of years now. They have a brand new engine they built for the game. The the Snowdrop engine. It looks gorgeous. This game deserves the time that it needs to get finished because it's going to be that must-own title for next gen. It's going to be a true next-gen game, third-person shooter, tactical RPG elements, open world. It's going to be awesome, and I'm excited to see what else they're going to bring for E3 from last year because it seems like every year that it's been at E3, they've given us a little bit more, and it's looked better and better and more polished. So I'm hoping that not too much is given away, but I definitely want to see something, maybe a little bit of more gameplay, maybe talk a little bit more about the story that's involved and the multiplayer aspect, definitely, how that's going to go into, how it's going to play into the game. Because it already looks gorgeous. Everyone that's seen it has absolutely just been blown away.
Right.
And it's definitely a big project, and I think it's going to be a great title for Tom Clancy to get back in the game per se, no pun intended. But they have that and then Siege, and I think the Division, in my opinion, the Division is way ahead of the radar than Siege is. So.
A couple other games that are coming out. The Enhanced Edition of Divinity Original Sin, which I heard was an amazing game from Larian Studios. Doom is being released on PS4 and Xbox One PC.
I'm glad it's still made by id too. So glad.
Yes, it's still made by id. Still made by id, but it is being released by Bethesda.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Additional Bethesda is the shit.
Bethesda is the shit. Fabled Legends from Lionhead Studios. Xbox One PC, Xbox exclusive.
It's Monolith,
pretty much
right?
Microsoft. What's that?
Yeah. Monolith, that's the dude's name that made Fable. Yeah, he's going to promise something that he can't keep again.
Yeah, it's pretty much Microsoft exclusive. I won't be able to fucking play it.
The only Fable that was worth a shit was the first one, so let's all just agree on that one. The second one was plausible. It was good, but it just didn't hit me right.
Now it's a myth, and we're trying to fucking debunk it. Calm down, Jamie mustache.
I might want to play Fable. That looks pretty cool.
Fable's been a.
They're changing it so much, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Fable Legends is going in a completely new direction, and new doesn't always mean good because they're changing it from this hero story you created, blah, 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 to where now you're going to have multiple heroes working together, going against a player that can control an enemy boss type bad guy or whatever. That's the only thing that they've really shown. It's just kind of like, I don't know what Peter Molotov fuckface is doing with. I don't know what he's doing with this franchise, but he had something great, and he's just shitting on it every time it comes
trailer
up.
right now, I don't know.
Okay, so this is why the two of them won't enjoy this game probably as much as John and I would. They took inspiration from the business model of League of Legends and Dota 2. I mean, I'm not telling you it's going to be a MOBA. I'm just saying they took the same business model.
It definitely has characteristics of it, from what I've seen.
The next game on the list we're going to skip over because that's later. Farming Simulator 2015. No one gives a shit. Forza 6. Okay, you like to drive cars fast. Play Grand Theft Auto. New Gears of War title.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. Haven't seen.
Seth hates this franchise with a fucking passion. John and I have played every single Gears of War game together, and we're not gonna stop with this one. 2 hours.
Why do you hate Gears of War, Seth?
I can't play third person. I can't play third person. That's what it is.
Seth has
It's
no
not-
idea
no.
how to fucking aim with a third person.
No, I love third-person games. I just don't like that one for some fucking reason.
Oh, it's because I have a chainsaw in my hand that can cut somebody in half.
No, that's awesome. The game. Look, I'll give this series this. It has awesome ideas, and it has over the top set pieces and all that stuff, and the story is great. I just don't know what it is about the feel of the game. I do not like. I don't know why.
Call of Duty-ish.
Is it because you're not good at it? I mean,
No, I played I didn't like the multiplayer. Okay, and the multiplayer was just fucking all over the place. But I don't know. It just felt like it had weight to it, which was good. But it felt just I don't know. I don't know what it is.
There's just something in his brain that tells him he hates Gears.
I just
hates
don't
it.
like it. I don't know why. And I played all through the first one. I completed the first one. I played, I think, all the way through the second one. I think I got towards the end and I was like, I kind of lost interest in it. And then I just
realize how long it's been since that Gears of War title came out. I think it's been almost, what, 6 years? 5 years?
6 or 7 years, yeah.
Yeah.
It's somewhere
Yeah.
in that area. It's in the second half of a decade, I would
Yeah.
say.
I don't down talk the game. You know, I don't think it's a shitty game. Me personally, I just don't like the feel of it. I don't know why.
For me, I'm wondering if they're going to bring back old characters or they're just going with a whole different thing.
I'm kind of hoping they go for a whole new thing because using some of the same characters, I mean, their stories are done.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's like it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, let's move on.
Exactly.
I don't think Epic would fuck that up though.
I don't think they'd fuck it up.
Cliffy B knows how to handle his
I
franchise.
don't think it's done by Epic.
Really?
Yeah.
The Coalition is a part of Epic.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I thought Cliffy B left.
I don't know if he left or not.
I think he left.
I'm sure he's still affiliated.
No, I think he left. If I remember correctly, I remember him leaving.
Oh well, my news is out of date then.
All right. Guitar Hero Live from Activision. Finally, a new fucking Guitar Hero title, guys.
And another.
How long
Rock
have we
Band
fucking
song.
waited? PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, Xbox 360, and PS3. This is probably the
Wow.
smartest move Activision made, covering
Last gen support.
every damn console that they can think of.
Mhm.
Which I'm excited for. I'll probably play it. I really enjoyed and hopefully at this point with technology they can fix the high definition
Yeah, that
lag,
was
screen lag. Halo 5 Guardians 343. We won't talk about. It's Xbox exclusive.
I like how he doesn't like to talk about Xbox exclusives.
Yeah, I know, right? No,
We talked about
we talked about
Gears.
the aim of
We talked
yeah.
about Gears. We talked about fucking fuck, where was it? Fable. I mean, what do you want to talk about Halo 5 Guardians that hasn't been said? I mean, I know I read earlier that the campaign is you're always going to have 3 companions with you at a time. You won't have to pay to play co-op.
That's a good change.
The only reason I don't want to talk about it is because their whole going towards the esports scene. With
Yeah, the multiplayer is it's not a good move. I think the campaign's going to be solid though.
Yeah, definitely.
Campaign's going to be just. I stopped liking Halo when Bungie stopped. Once 343 took over, I had no interest in the
So
franchise
after Reach?
whatsoever.
That's understandable. I mean,
No,
but
Bungie
yeah.
fucked up on Reach, son.
Oh wow, this is a contrasting conversation because I fucking love Reach.
Bungie fucked up on Reach, son.
Wow.
I don't. Let's not get into that.
We'll
We'll
have
get into that. That could be a whole video.
Yes, we will make a whole podcast about the Halo series. Next in the list is Harvest Moon: Seeds of Memories. This is more of an Ash type of game. Have you ever played any of the Harvest Moon titles, Ashley?
I played a few of them. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm
Well,
not sure
there's
what
a new
to
one
expect
coming
from
out
that one.
for PC, Wii U, and mobile.
Wow,
That could be something
PC.
you can look. Yeah, PC.
That's
Another one
cool.
would be Lego Dimensions for it.
Scrolling down a little bit further, just picking up that one will be in the other one, the new Need for Speed from EA, Ghost Games and EA. That's going to be all on your next gen consoles. Overkill's Walking Dead from 505.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. I looked.
Going to be amazing.
I looked on it just a little while ago.
We got the Resident Evil 0
Yeah, co-op shooter.
I heard about that.
HD, which John and I are advent Resident Evil fans.
Yep, love it. Own everything. Resident Evil. Own it.
John has the entire Resident Evil collection, and every time I visit his house, I look at it, I get jealous, I want to hit him with a fucking stick. The new
Which
Tomb
reminds
Raider.
me- I'm sorry to bring.
Oh my
this.
god.
You still
I
need to
wanna-
help me beat 6.
I want
I
to
will help you beat 6. We'll schedule that sometime this weekend.
Yep.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is going to be the Xbox One and Xbox 360, both timed exclusives.
Which is so strange. I'm sorry,
which-
Sony fan.
I have to say that Tomb Raider was a damn good game. The last one I watched.
that.
Seth
Totally getting that.
play it. It looked like
so
a
good.
basic game. Everything was done perfectly well, and
I raged
Then-
so hard at that game, but it was awesome.
having that as Xbox exclusive, that's definitely going to help Microsoft in the long run.
Yes.
That's a big move.
Yeah, Sony got fucked twice this year. Did you realize that?
I know we
'Cause
did, but
They lost Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then they lost Silent Hills.
yeah,
Well, we all lost
Yeah, we
Silent
all lost
Hills.
Silent Hills.
We all lost.
that'll be another fucking episode because I could talk about that for an hour. Rock Band
Oh,
4
yes.
from Harmonix, Xbox One, PS4, new Rock Band guys. Star Fox, Wii U. There's going to be a new Star Fox game.
I did hear about
When's the
that.
last time you guys played Star Fox?
Yesterday.
3DS.
I don't know. I think when I was born. I don't know.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, Star Wars Battlefront from Dice and EA.
Damn.
I'm really hoping they don't drop the ball on this one.
Oh, it's Dice.
Excited,
It's Dice. Dice won't drop
but
the ball.
cautious.
The only game Dice ever dropped the ball on was Medal of Honor. They shouldn't have even done that.
And Hardline.
Hardline.
No, that wasn't made by
Street-
Dice.
No, it was EA, but
Yeah.
well, you
It's
know.
the EA shit. We know this. Street Fighter 5 from Capcom. So fucking disappointing that it's the only console it's going to be on is my fucking console.
Oh, that sucks dick.
I'm
It's
not
so
going to touch it
slow.
because they ported Street Fighter 4 from previous gen to this gen, and it's probably the shittiest, most laziest port I've ever seen.
It is.
I watched videos on
It is.
Fuck Capcom. I'm done with Capcom.
That was that's a shit move on their part.
The Walking Dead from Telltale Games, new Walking Dead series, and that's going to be, it's to be announced. I'm almost positive it's going to be on Steam. Probably Steam first, and then it'll leak over to the consoles. Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be a disappointing game because they're probably doing
I
the
think it is.
same thing as Halo. They're probably trying to make it to where going to esports.
They said they were going towards the esports. They're trying to go more towards the hardcore, like Counter-Strike crowd,
All right.
and it's a disappointment.
Yeah.
We got just at 15 minutes left, so we are now going to talk about probably the most hyped games that we are probably excited for.
I want to say it.
The first thing we're going to talk about, okay, is the Microsoft HoloLens.
Ooh, yes, the future.
Now, everyone with what was that thing called that every YouTuber was wearing on their head?
Oculus Rift.
Now,
Yes,
Oculus
one
Rift
one.
is like, here's, your VR. Now, the Microsoft HoloLens decides, fuck virtual reality, let's go with augmented reality, which I think that's the true future.
Yep.
Well, it's a nice mixture of both, especially with what they're doing and the tech demo that they showed was impressive. Hopefully they implement that with what was the other thing they talked about with the living room, like changing your living room stuff around.
They said they can implement 3D printing off of it too. So whatever you make with the HoloLens, you make
Yes.
with a 3D printer.
That's an amazing
Yes.
integration.
Yeah.
The
If
future
they
is here,
execute it
bitches.
properly.
Yeah, if they execute properly. Which
It sounds great on paper.
they showed a demo of it. I watched them make a helicopter.
Yeah, seen the same video.
Yeah.
So
It
you
was
watch the guy swing his
impressive.
dick around.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
I mean, we could have all went to meat spin for that.
I remember somebody watched about 5,000 rotations.
Fuck you! I wasn't at my computer. You turned it on. I didn't know.
Sure.
We're gonna go from the bottom of this list, guys, and the very first thing we're gonna talk about is what's on everyone's mind right now. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now, I paid for that little fucking demo. That was the first Metal Gear Solid 5. I am not mad about it. That game has been fucking amazing. I've replayed it at least 3 times now. I'm so excited about the Phantom Pain. And guys, that is going to be out on every single console that you could possibly imagine. That is going to be PS4, Xbox One, PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. Kojima never lets down.
No. Except for Silent Hills, of course.
Silent Hills, yeah.
Another video.
No Man's Sky, which fuck you guys. No Man's Sky, the PS4 exclusive.
Impressive and very ambitious title. I'm kind of disappointed that it's going to be PS4 exclusive.
The
Very
amount of
disappointed.
time it would take for you to explore every single planet in every galaxy of that game, they said
You won't.
somewhere around 44 fucking years of gameplay.
Yeah, you won't be able to do it.
The vastness of this game blows my dick away. I'm so excited for it, and we will definitely have some sort of video on a longer podcast on these more upcoming games as more news comes out on them. The new Legend of Zelda, which is going to be coming out for the Wii U.
Oh man,
I'm sure a lot of Nintendo fans are going to be happy about
Yeah.
that. Hopefully, they're not going to cry.
I would cry.
I would cry.
I don't have a Wii U, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
cry.
I really. I mean, I'm excited, but I don't care.
It absolutely looks amazing. I cannot wait for this. It looks beautiful. I mean, the vastness of it. It almost it's the most open world that they could have done with it, and it looks amazing. I honestly cannot wait for it. The Last Guardian. I've been waiting for this game since 2008 when I
You and everybody else.
Shadow of the Colossus. Every year it's like my dick just went through the glory hole and they like just brushed the tip of it in like 2012. And it took them from 2007 to 2012 just to brush the tip. And it's like, when's gonna be my time? You know? Like, when are you just gonna grab it, yank me through the wall?
Unfortunately,
I'm really
like,
excited. I'm hoping we find out more about this game for E3. This is probably a title that Seth is a little more excited about than anyone else. Mass Effect 4.
Yes.
And they're gonna have the collector's edition too this year.
Seth and John have played Mass Effect a lot more than I have. I haven't touched the series at all. Yes,
Which is
call me
strange.
Ethan.
Me neither.
Amazing.
I like Mass Effect, but I don't like Gears of War. It's the same thing, kinda.
See, I like Mass Effect. I like the way it
Well,
feels. It has
a
amazing
lot
story.
feel, yeah, and it does have a lot of.
It's like playing one of the most epic sci-fi movies.
I
Like
tried
it's like
it. I didn't get far.
it's an investment.
Yeah.
I will say that, and I am excited for the next Mass Effect because we're starting a whole new story in the universe. No more Commander Shepard.
You can't
It's gonna be a whole
impregnate blue bitches as Commander Shepard anymore.
I'm sure you'll be able to fuck everything
Yeah,
because it's a Mass
Can't
Effect
do it
game.
as Shepard. Can you imagine having his eyes roll back in his head again while he's getting on with it? Those glitches that I've seen from Mass Effect videos are amazing. Number 2 on our list, guys. This is a game that I know very good damn well about, that I'm excited about, Seth's excited about, John's excited about it. Dark Souls 3 coming from Software, coming fresh off of their fucking Bloodborne release this year. Mentioned that Dark Souls 3 is going to be ready for an early 2016 release. We might see them put it out around the same time that they put out Bloodborne. I'm hoping that at E3 that they're going to announce some kind of Bloodborne DLC, but we'll talk about Bloodborne later. Seth, couple minutes, Dark Souls 3, go.
Whole new world, obviously. Great looking screenshots they've shown. New summoning systems. That's interesting.
Fuck
So it's
the
going
new
to bring
summoning systems, not
It's
worried.
going to bring a change to PvP.
Yeah,
it's going to bring a change to PvP.
And they thought they were doing that with Bloodborne, and look how fucked up that made. They made
Well, hopefully they use it as
A learning tool.
oh yeah,
a learning
guys,
tool. Yeah.
You guys get the learning tool.
Yeah. Well, regardless, it's going to be a full-on next-gen new Dark Souls game, so it's going to be awesome. From the looks of it, it's kind of reminiscent of Dark Souls, but also has elements of Demon Souls in it, and even more city-esque escapes a la Bloodborne. So hopefully, we get a little bit of information. I don't want too much, and I'm hoping that they take their time with it. And maybe Miyazaki will talk about it a little bit in probably some press conferences or whatever. I mean, he's so in the mystery of his fucking Dark Souls games. You never really can know what the fuck he's trying to say half the time because he's so fucking cryptic about his damn game. So we might get a little bit, but I'm not expecting too much other than what we've already seen and maybe a teaser trailer. So,
John, what are you excited about for Dark Souls 3? Anything that you want to add to it?
I'm just excited for the new PvP system. Actually, I like the way they presented it. I think like the what I've seen leaked. I think it'd be
Right.
interesting.
Now you see another thing that they're doing that's coming full circle is in Demon Souls they had that entire white and dark world tendencies, depending on what you did, affected the game and how you would further PvP, how you would go further on the game. And I'm excited to see how it's going to go when it comes out. And finally, guys, the last game on our list. We got roughly 5 minutes to talk about it. Ashley, if you want to go ahead and do the honors and announce what game we are all hyped for E3 2015.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. I cannot express how excited I was when I woke up. I was off that day. Seth texts me, and I wake up to watch this Fallout 4 trailer. I'm like, this isn't real. I watch it. My dick became so hard it took out a NASA satellite.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to make payments for like the next 20 years, but worth it. I love the Fallout franchise. I love Bethesda. I have nothing bad to say about Bethesda. I'm now put a pin in it. We'll sneak around. I'm sure Seth's wife has some pretty nasty words about Bethesda right now, with the botching of the ESO launch for a console.
Yeah.
But
Not that bad, actually.
Fallout 4 is just, it makes everything finally come full circle. We finally get a new Fallout game. We don't get Fallout 3 in a different location and call it New Vegas.
Get it, Boston.
We get
Boston.
Boston.
I'm calling it right now. Every NPC is going to sound like Mark Wahlberg. I'm calling it. Every one of them.
Mark Wahlberg and Ted.
Mark Wahlberg.
Fuck you, Thunder. You can suck the cock. All right,
Yeah, Fallout 4.
Couple minutes, guys. Seth, you go into your first speech. Tell us why you're excited about Fallout 4.
Well, obviously, it's going to be a next-gen Fallout. I'm excited for the location. It definitely reminds me of Fallout 3, which New Vegas I played. It was fun, but I liked Fallout 3 more, and I think that this is going to go more in that direction. From the gameplay that we've seen, it is nice looking. A lot of people kind of complain. They complain about the graphics, but if they really think about Fallout 3 and how it looked, like the vanilla 3, and you look at Fallout 4, no, it's not even comparable. I don't know where they're getting that from. This just some people just trying to make a fuss about it. It looks.
Just want to bitch about shit. No, I'll put the picture up on the slide for everyone to see right now. It's a comment that someone made, and it was like Fallout 3, Fallout 4. The graphics look the same. It honestly looks like I'm looking at fucking. It looks like I'm opening my window compared to looking at like a Tetris on fucking Atari. You know what I mean? Like it. And I'm pretty sure someone's going, "Oh, Tetris wasn't on Atari." Oh, I'm making a jack off motion with my hand right now. You get the fucking reference, cunts.
I think that the thing that I noticed from the trailer is that the world seems much more populated than it did in 3.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get hopefully more NPC interaction, more shit going on in the world.
Standing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot more buildings. Not a lot less open space. Which wasn't bad in Fallout 3, but I'm liking how much more populated the world seems from the gameplay trailer, and there's a lot more details, obviously, but there's just so much more going on in the game. And excited to see where our story goes through and what's the kind of like the main plot of the game. I'm excited. I know that it's going to have something to do with the Commonwealth because they kind of talked about that, which a lot of NPCs and characters talked about in 3.
Right.
So we're going to get to see some more of that in Fallout 4.
John, what are you excited about Fallout 4?
Same thing as Seth. I won't go into much detail because it's basically the same thing he said.
It's the same thing. We're very like-minded individuals here at the Reset. Ash, what about you?
I'm excited to see how the graphics are. And like Seth said, it looks a lot more populated than the other game. Than New Vegas. Crap. I'm just excited to play it. It's going to be awesome.
That sounds good. Well, guys, that pretty much wraps up our very
I got a question. What
Closing statements. What do you got, John?
What other games are you excited for that you think might be at E3? Like mine would be Kingdom Hearts, because they had nothing.
I will agree.
That's a strong possibility.
It should be shown because last year they showed it, and so I don't see why they wouldn't show it this year.
Last year they teased the shit out of it.
Yeah.
On something that's not on the list, I will agree with you on that. Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love the first 2 games, and
Oh yeah, they need a true sequel.
Yeah.
they do.
Not all this fucking 50 million, you know, whatever the fuck you want to call those games, in betweens or whatever the fuck they are. Fillers.
Basically anime fillers, yes. All right.
Well, guys, that'll be the first episode wrapped up of the reset. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll have everyone just give a little shout out. You know, tell everyone bye. Seth, go ahead.
I'll see y'all fuckers later.
Bye, guys.
John.
Late.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out our new episodes every week of the Reset on the Reset Gaming YouTube channel. See ya.